The room smelled like citrus cake and expensive lies. Her birthday candles were still smoking when I caught it, a foreign note in the air. Cologne. Not mine. Sharp, confident, the kind men wear when they want to be remembered. I stood near the back wall, holding a glass I hadn't sipped from, watching my wife glow under rented lights I paid for. She laughed too freely. Her hand rested on the arm of another man for half a second too long. Half a second is all it takes. She raised the microphone, cleared her throat. "Thank you all for being here," she said, voice sweet, practiced. Then she turned, not to me, but to him. "And thank you for always believing in me." Applause. My name didn't come. Instead, she walked toward me and pressed something into my chest. A folded shirt, white, branded. I opened it slowly. Divorced. Bold black letters, printed like a joke everyone else understood. Laughter rippled. Phones came out. She smiled like this was playful, like I was part of the performance. I met her eyes. She didn't blink. I set the shirt on the table, turned, and walked out. 5 minutes later, my phone vibrated itself breathless. 157 missed calls. I didn't answer a single one. Denial is a quiet thing. It doesn't scream. It rearranges facts until they feel harmless. For 18 months, I let it. The late nights were work. The sudden distance was stress. The emails blaming me, "You don't listen, you don't see me, you pushed me away," were knives wrapped in silk. She told friends I was cold. She told colleagues I was controlling. She told him she loved him. I found that text weeks later, buried in a deleted thread she forgot to erase. "I love you. I wish I wasn't married." I didn't confront her. I sat at the kitchen table, phone face down, and listened to the refrigerator hum like a witness who wouldn't testify. That was when I noticed the pattern. The same nights she came home smelling wrong were the nights her emails to me were cruelest. Blame as camouflage, projection as armor. She wasn't just cheating, she was rewriting me into the villain so she could survive herself. At the party, the truth crystallized. The shirt wasn't a joke, it was a message. I've already replaced you. I became invisible on purpose. At home, I smiled. I asked about her day. I kissed her cheek like habit. Inside, I was cataloging everything. Phone records, calendar overlaps, expense reports tied to client dinners that always happened near the same hotel. I hired no private investigators. I built something better, a network. Quiet calls to former partners she'd burned, executives he'd undercut, assistants fired for knowing too much. People remember humiliation. They just wait for permission to speak. Emails came in fragments, screenshots, audio clips. Her professional empire, built on charm and plausible deniability, was leaking. So was his. I learned their affair wasn't passion, it was strategy. They traded influence like currency. Promotions for silence, contracts for loyalty. I watched her sleep beside me, breathing evenly, and understood something fundamental. She never thought I was capable of seeing her. That would be her last mistake. The final confirmation arrived on a Tuesday morning, a forwarded email thread, her signature at the bottom, his reply above it. Plans, promises, explicit details that removed all doubt. I printed it. Paper feels heavier than screens. That night I placed the folder on the dining table. She noticed immediately. "What's that?" she asked, casual. "Read it," I said. She flipped pages. Her hands started shaking halfway through. Silence stretched. When she looked up, her face was wet. "It's not what you think," she whispered. I nodded. "I know," I said. "It's worse." She reached for me. I stepped back. No yelling, no tears, just distance. That's when she realized she'd lost control. The collapse wasn't loud, it was surgical. I didn't expose them publicly. I let the information go where it would hurt most. Boards, investors, ethics committees. Conflict of interest clauses are unforgiving. So are reputations built on trust. Within weeks, his firm suspended him. Her contracts dissolved quietly. friends stopped calling. At the final mediation, she tried once more. "You planned this," she said, eyes hollow. "Yes," I replied. "You ruined us." "No," I said, "you did. I just documented it." She broke then. I didn't feel triumph, only relief. I moved out before the papers were signed, left the house empty, no notes, no speeches. The silence was intentional. Sometimes she still calls. I don't answer. Because revenge isn't about destruction, it's about reclaiming authorship. She wanted to erase me. Instead, I erased the version of myself that begged to be loved. And I never looked back.